Good morning and welcome to our July 24th moment of spiritual practice at 6 a.m. Pacific time using 365 Science of Mind, a year of daily wisdom by Ernest Holmes, who is the founder of the movement now known as Centers for Spiritual Living, which you can find out more about by visiting csl.org. A few mornings ago, I asked what community, what Center for Spiritual Living some of you may belong to, and what a wonderful series of emails I received, and how lovely to know that we are connected to each other. And then I heard from many people who are not part of a community but have connected with our practice just by discovering us online. So to you, I welcome you, whether you're part of a Center for Spiritual Living community or not. We are a community now practicing since the first of the year and going to continue all the way through to the end of 2022. This morning's reading is titled, I Am Secure in the Everlasting Arms of the Living Spirit. And then Dr. Holmes has a quote from the Jewish Testament, Deuteronomy 33:27. The eternal God is thy refuge, and underneath are the everlasting arms. So I have mentioned before that it is Dr. Holmes would cherry pick quotes from the Jewish Testament and the Christian Testament, and I can understand why, because sometimes the verses on either side are very difficult and in language that, well, it's hard to understand in contemporary times. In general, in Centers for Spiritual Living, we present the Bible allegorically. Whether some people may take it literally, we have no argument with that, but we tend to present it allegorically too. An allegory reveals an inner or hidden meaning, not to replace or displace the original intended meaning of the scripture, but in addition to it, making it applicable to our metaphysical understanding of the world. And I think it's fair to say sometimes our use of the Bible is not in sync with the intended message of the original author. It's added to it and understood it in a new way. In this particular part of Deuteronomy, Moses is about to make his transition. He's about to die, and he's giving his blessings to each of the 12 tribes of Israel's founders. On this particular part, he's blessing Asher, and not much is known, not much information is given about Asher other than he is one of the sons of Jacob and founder of the tribe of Asher, and that the word Asher means blessed, happy, think, glad. But there is a part that's interesting. You may, if you ever went to Bible school, or if you are Jewish, you know the story, or if you're a fan of musicals, you know the story of Joseph and the coat of many colors. It's Jacob's son, and the sibling rivalry that came up. Asher, for those of you who know the story, I can't go into the story today, but Asher was one of the brothers, along with Judah, who agreed to sell Joseph into slavery. So even though there's little known about him, if you know the story, it's the idea that the divine uses everything and everybody for the working out of the greatest good. Taking the next verses just after 27, it says, the eternal God is thy refuge, and underneath are the everlasting arms. Then the next line says, He, meaning the living spirit, will drive out your enemies before you, saying, destroy them. Okay, so we have to step back and look to the allegory. And here is how I would rephrase these verses. The living spirit is my refuge, and I am secure within its presence. The living spirit within me displaces everything that prevents me from being in the consciousness of holiness, of unity. And that's how I would take it in and interpret it, because we try to drop the language of enemy images. So let us go then to the affirmative language for today in today's reading. Taking a breath in, then settling into the quiet. I am secure in the everlasting arms of the living Spirit. I feel that presence in me and around me and through me, and also in and through around all people that I meet today. A great sense of calm and peace flows through my whole being. A great sense of confidence flows through my whole being, and I am filled with the light that is the living Spirit. Today I realize that there can be no separation between the living Spirit and me. There is only one living Spirit in me and in everything. I am secure today because I am in the arms of goodness, of peace, of joy. I am secure today in the consciousness of being one of and one with the living Spirit. I am secure today because I'm aware that I am guided from within by the living Spirit. I am secure today in the awareness that all beings are imbued with the same living Spirit, governed by its law just as I am, and guided by its love just as I am. So today, as I move about the world, I remind myself, I am one with all. I am one with everything, everything visible and everything invisible, everything seen and everything unseen. I am one with the living Spirit. I am one with humanity. I am one with creation. I am one. And letting the next breath I take be deeper than the one before. And let the movement of my body prepare me for movement in the world. Before I do engage with the world, I'm going to sit quietly for a moment and take in the feeling of being connected to everyone through this practice, so that some of the words and contemplation from today can linger with me as I move through the world. I thank you very much for joining. Have a blessed day, And if you are part of a spiritual community that has the tradition of celebrating on Sundays, please do send my love and blessings to everyone. I'll see you again tomorrow.